All right, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, good morning coming from South Carolina, USA. Welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. And of course, we would like to especially welcome back all the members of Team Piaget. Again, kung hindi ka pa po member ng Team Piaget, there are so many benefits to becoming a member of Team Piaget. You can answer our quizzes. You can enjoy the full-length video. You can download my PowerPoint presentation. Of course, there's free pre-board. There's free final coaching. And your membership is valid until September of this year. Okay, that's just a one-time membership fee, no? So again, please do become a member of Team Piaget. And if you are watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, again, napuputol po yung ating video dyan, no? Snippets lamang po yung mga videos natin nasa Facebook and YouTube. But then again, if this is your first time to watch us, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's so many videos on our YouTube channel, almost 400 videos, all tackling the left, no? So there's a separate playlist for our live streams. There's a separate playlist for Gen Ed, Prof Ed. There's so many things there, so many videos that can help you prepare for your upcoming licensure exam for teachers. Now, again, please do like, love, and share this video. Napaka-importante that you are sharing our video so that we can reach out to more people. You can also support us by sending us stars on Facebook and also your super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Now, tonight's discussion is centered on professional education, 20 items still coming from March 2022 licensure exam for teachers. But before that, let us all have our opening prayer. We thank you for this new day, Lord. Help us to embrace all that it may hold for us, to hear the bird song and have new melodies in our hearts, to see the sunrise and create beauty with our hands, to touch the leaves that grow afresh, and allow your love to touch our hearts, to smell the fragrance of the flowers and breathe in the wonder of your creation, to dwell on the beauty of our world and study and fathom your miracles, to enjoy the conversations we have and the lessons we go to. May we drink in all the goodness you have for us. Amen. Okay, now once again, we will be discussing 20 items for professional education tonight. All items came from March 2022 na licensure exam for teachers. And once again, I am encouraging you to become a member of Team Piaget. We still have some slots for you to become members. You can download all the materials that we have there, PowerPoint presentation, kahit kaka-member mo pa lamang, no? All the things that we have, all the materials that we have are just there in our files. Our videos also stay in Team Piaget, no? Sa ating Facebook page or Facebook group, the Team Piaget. Now again, please do like and share this video. Please do share this video. Napaka-importante that you are sharing our video. Let me just check now. Let me just shout out those people who've already shared our video. We will be starting in a few minutes. Paki-like, love, and share na po ng ating video. Ayan, si Sir Kenechi Lopez, si Ma'am Nana, si Ma'am Kim Alam, Ma'am Annalie Basa Dalagdon, Sir Joel Ines or Ines Domingo, Ma'am Lindy Grace Anggot Paules, Ma'am L. Songkayaon de Jesus, Sir Benzar Anul, Ma'am Saida Makabantog, Derico Langko, Sir Kit Amadeo Manlosa Rabuyo, maraming salamat po for sharing our video. Again, please do share our video and of course, like, love our video. You can also send us stars on Facebook and also super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Paki-share po ng ating video. We still have around 200 people not liking our video, not loving our video. Again, we all know that you are being prepared for your left through watching our live stream. So please, yan lamang po inyong maibabalik. No? May tutulong mag-like, mag-love, and of course, share our video. Andyan lamang po yung heart button and of course, yung thumbs up button. Malapit po sa inyong chat box and of course, andyan din po yung share button. Okay, maraming salamat po for those of you who've already shared the video, who've already liked and loved our video, and of course, all those people are going to be blessed. All right, we start with question number 1. Along Erickson's psychosocial theory, what is displayed by the child in saying, I do things without worrying about them? Is it letter A, discipline, letter B, endurance, letter C, obedience, or letter D, autonomy? What's your choice? Ma'am Norin May Olimpo, good evening. Nakasave po ba tong live at pwedeng ma-review ulit? If you are in Team Piaget, yes po. Nandyan lamang po yan. Di po siya nawawala. Sir Adrian Agunday, good evening, Mamet. First time mag-comment sa live. Salamat po na marami for sharing your knowledge. From San Fernando, Camsur. Good evening po, Sir Adrian. Okay, I see D's for number 1. Tumpa kaya ang letter D? Or number 1 pa lang kaya, ligwak na? We will see. Okay, number 1, I see D's. Okay, the question here is, along Erickson's psychosocial theory, what is displayed by the child in saying, I do things without worrying about them? Now, looking at the different choices that you have, it's pretty obvious. One that comes from Erik Erickson's psychosocial theory, of course, is autonomy. That's letter D. And so letter D po ang ating tumpak na choice dito. Balikan natin si Erickson, no? Psychosocial development theory. He has given us 8 different stages. So from infancy until late adulthood, there's trust versus mistrust. There's autonomy versus shame and doubt. Ito yung hinahanap natin. No? So during the toddler stage, the toddlers learn to exercise will and do things for themselves, or they doubt their abilities. So it's very important as teachers and also as parents that we understand the psychology of the child, the development of the child. So pag toddler yung anak mo, you should also be giving them some tasks, simple chances, no? So small chances, small opportunities for them to develop their will. So hindi po pwedeng ikaw gumagawa ng lahat, no? Kahit pulutin lamang niya yung basura or kahit i-fix niya yung toy niya, no? Po pwede mo na siyang turuan ng ganyan because without you knowing it, kung hindi ka aware of this psychology, no? Without you knowing it, you're actually trying to enable your child. You are helping your child. You are enabling your child to have that will, to have that autonomy. Autonomy, of course, it means freedom. Now, preschool age, you have initiative versus guilt. Now here, the students or the preschoolers already learn to initiate tasks. Alam na nila kung paano magsimula ng isang bagay. They can play on their own sometimes, no? Although they sometimes also would want to play with some playmates, no? So they carry out plans, no? If they are not given this chance, then they feel guilty about their effort. So if you were practice teaching before, or if some of you are already teaching in private schools, you see some students who do not want to do any task. So that means wala siyang naging chance. He or she was not given a chance to develop initiative, to develop autonomy while he or she was younger. Okay, competence versus inferiority, elementary school ito. So again, paalala sa mga magulang, wag po kayo yung gagawa ng modules ng inyong mga anak, no? So because they are trying to develop competence. They're trying to develop industry. Another term for competence there is industry. So bigyan mo sila ng chance to develop that, and okay lang na magkamali. I-check nyo na lang na pagkatapos. Of course, we all know mistakes or making mistakes. That's one good way of learning. Okay, so just let your student explore, let your student learn, let your student make mistakes. Identity versus role confusion. Again, this is your teen years, no, into your 20s. Intimacy versus isolation. Then you have, of course, middle adulthood. Generativity versus stagnation, and lastly, you have integrity versus despair. So again, this is what these were by Erik Erikson. He divided life into 8 different stages, and each stage would have your psychosocial crisis. So according to him, our personality is shaped by how we deal with the psychosocial crisis. And of course, when we were younger, wala tayong choice, but we have to depend upon the people who are around us. So right now, as teachers or as parents, it's very important that you also understand this so that you can also fully develop the personality of your child or your student. Okay, but our answer again for number 1 was letter D. That's autonomy. Okay, so congratulations sa mga nakatumpak, sa mga ligwak ganun, move on na kaagad, no? So at least sa let, alam nyo na kung ano yung magiging sagot. All right, number 2, when a student gathers data or information and arrives at a conclusion, what process of research is followed? Is it letter A, deduction, letter B, induction, letter C, experiment, or letter D, implication? Okay, what's your choice for number 2? Again, 200 people, please do like, love, and share this video. Hindi po mahirap mag-love at mag-like ng ating video, no? Nandiyan lamang po yung like, love button near your chat box to your chat box. And of course, paki-share po ng ating video. Okay, I see C's and B's. Sino kaya ang magwawagi? Letter C or letter B? Okay, so here, sabi ng ating situation, ng ating question, the student gathers data first. No? So from specific, and then the student arrived at a conclusion. Okay, so what form of research was used? Okay, what form of research was used? My B, my C. All right, so A, deduction, B, induction, letter C, experiment, letter D, implication. The correct choice for number 2 is letter B. This is induction. No? So from specific to general, that's induction. Your deduction would be the opposite. We have an explanation for that in the next slide. Experiment, for, of course, here, no? Yung experiment mo, this is just a part of your research. This is just part of your deduction and your induction. Po pwedeng both deduction and induction can have experiment. Okay? So, parte lamang siya ng research mo yung experiment. Implication, of course, is just something implied. Hindi siya directly nakastate. No? Yan yung meaning ng implication. It is not stated directly. It is not explicit. No? So, implied lamang siya. Now, here is the difference, or here are the differences between deduction or deductive and inductive. Ito kanina yung hinahanap natin. No? So you start with data, then you infer conclusions from those data. Then usually your inductive research is done for qualitative research, your descriptive researches. Now, deductive mo naman, you start with the theory. So essentially, they are opposites. So you start with the theory, you confirm your hypothesis, and usually this is done for quantitative research. Okay, so again, inductive, start with the specifics, going to the general. While deductive, you start with the general, going to the specifics. So again, they are opposites. But we were looking for inductive for your letter B. Okay, so inductive or induction. Okay, so inductive or induction. All right, so number 2, letter B po ang ating tumpak na choice. Okay, number 3, how is research important to instruction and school management? How does a school use the different results of research? Is it letter A, it seeks to solve instructional and school problems. Letter B, it seeks to make students loyal to the school. Letter C, it aims at increasing the work of teachers. Or letter D, it aims at strengthening authority of principals. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice for number 3? All right, 200 people, please do love, like, and share our video. Again, we still have 200 people. We're still waiting for 200 people to like, love, and share our video. Also, of course, you can support us by sending us stars on Facebook Live or Super Chat, Super Stickers on YouTube. Maraming salamat po. Okay, I see A's. Letter A. Meron din namang letter C. May iilang letter C. Karamihan ay letter A. Okay, so yung tanong mo, it's actually very simple. Napakasimple ng tanong. How is research important to instruction and school management? Paano natin ginagamit yung research para ma-improve yung ating school, no? So how is it important in school management? Of course, the correct choice here is letter A. Okay, so your letter A is already inclusive. It already includes everything. It seeks to solve instruction instructional and school problems. Kung ano mang problema sa school nyo, kung ano mang problema sa curriculum, sa instruction, your research can be used to solve all those problems. No? So yun yung magiging batayan mo para ma-solve mo kung ano yung problema. Your B, C, D are all just going to be part of letter A, no? Because these are all specific. So this one, letter B is about students, letter C is about teachers, letter D is about principals. And all these people are stakeholders in your school. Okay? So lahat ng yan included na dito sa ating letter A. It seeks to solve instructional and school problems. Letter A is tumpak for number 3. Move on with number 4. Experts refer to these helpful abilities to self-expression by learners, but not to include letter A, imagining, letter B, speculating, letter C, building, or letter D, developing insights. What's your choice? For number 4. Okay, ano kaya yung tumpak na choice for number 4? 100 people, please do like, love, share this video. Maraming salamat po for liking and sharing our video. All those who are liking, loving, and sharing our videos are going to pass the let. Okay, 4. I see B's and D's. Oh. Marami kayang tumpak or marami kayang ligwak for number 4. Now, again, ang ating questions for tonight, no, for the previous weeks, also in the following weeks, all those questions or all these questions came from March 2022. So yung mga nag-take ng March, ito po yung kanilang mga nakita ng mga questions. Okay, so titingnan natin kung kayo ba ay nag-take ng let in March, kung pasado ba kayo, no? Kung alam nyo ba paano sagutin yung mga nakita nilang questions nung March. A, B, C, D, samut-sari ang inyong choice for number 4. Mukhang genocide ang number 4, no? Mukhang maraming ligwak dito. Okay, for question number 4, experts refer to these helpful abilities to self-expression. We are looking for some abilities of the child to express themselves, but not to include, and we are looking for that which is the exemption. No? So we are looking for the ability that is not actually part of self-expression. Now your correct choice here is letter C. It's building. All the different choices that you have, A, B, and D, all the other choices are actually synonymous. So pare-parehas, imagine, you speculate, you develop insights. All of them are mental abilities. So all these are mental abilities to express yourself. Okay, so you want to express yourself and you use this helpful mental abilities for you to express yourself. You imagine, you speculate, you develop your insight. Building, on the other hand, is already going to be psychomotor, more on psychomotor siya. So hindi siya synonymous with A, B, and D. Siya yung naiiba. And so letter C is tumpak for number 4. Okay, so number 4, medyo maraming ligwak for number 4, no? So letter C po, pag nakita nyo yung item na to, yung question na to in your upcoming let, C will be your choice. Okay, so ligwak. Okay lang po yan. Okay, number 5. What question is asked for reflecting on issues or problems in a lesson? If you'd want your students to reflect upon a problem, okay, using your lesson, now what question should you ask? Is it letter A, what? Letter B, why? Letter C, where? Or letter D, when? Okay, what's your choice for question number 5? You want them to reflect on issues or problems. Which one should you ask? What, why, where, or when? Okay, I see a lot of letter B's. Why? Okay, now going back to question number 5, what question is asked for reflecting on issues or problems in a lesson? Tumpak na choice natin dito is letter B, why. Tama yung letter B, no? Why? Bakit? Okay, so bakit kaya? Bakit nangyari to? Bakit meron tayong problemang ganito? No? So you'd want them to reflect on some problems. Now, as you can see, A, C, and D are all just lower level lamang to na questioning, no? Lower level. Your what, where, and when, who, these are all just lower level thinking skills. Your why and your how can all be part of your higher level. No, higher level is your higher order thinking skills. So letter B is why, ang tumpak na choice for number 5. Okay? So hindi po what lamang, because what, they can just directly tell you the answer from the lesson. So what is photosynthesis, for example? Where does photosynthesis happen? When does it happen? Okay? But why do plants need photosynthesis? Why can we not survive without photosynthesis? Okay? So these are deeper types of questions, and these are all part of your higher order thinking skills. So why and how, what if, no? So these are part of your HOTS na higher order thinking skills. So letter B, Y is tumpak. Okay, number 6. Modern universities abroad has yoga and meditation, relaxation, and wellness classes in their curriculum. Which values are integrated in this program of studies? Is it letter A, moral values, letter B, vital values, letter C, sacred values, or letter D, social values? Okay, Ma'am Noraima, say Lila Noor, out muna for breaking my fasting, no? So hanggang ngayon, nagfa-fast pa yung Muslim brothers and sisters natin. Assalamualaikum po. Babalik lamang si Ma'am Noraima. Okay, what is your choice for number 6? What type of value is number 6? Sir Ronald Curibang, watching from YouTube and watching from Isabela, thank you for this video and to the other videos. It helped me a lot. Maraming salamat. Good evening, Sir Ronald. So again, we have almost 400 videos on YouTube. Balikan niyo po yung lahat, no? Marami din doon sa ating mga videos, full-length videos, pamahahabang videos. Especially sa playlist natin na Gen Ed and Prof Ed live streams. Okay, I see B's. Karamihang choice nyo ay B, may ilang D at C. So sabi dito, yung yoga and meditation, relaxation, wellness classes in the different curriculums in some universities abroad would fall under which type of value? Okay, so which type of value would this be? Moral, vital, sacred, or social values? Ang tumpak na choice natin dito, of course, is vital values. Now, we had an item about this also last week. No? Kung, if you were able to watch our video last week, meron din tayong question about this. Of course, this was part of Max Scheller's hierarchy of values. So according to Max Scheller's, merong 4 different levels of values. Yung una-una, pleasure values. The pleasant against the unpleasant. Yung kaaya-aya against sa hindi kaaya-aya. And secondly, you have your vital values. Ito yung hinahanap natin kanina. Values pertaining to well-being, either of the individual or of the community. Well-being. Okay, so yan po yung inyong hint. The health. Okay, the well-being of the individual or of the community. So you all know whenever you are performing yoga, all these exercises, that of course is for your health, no? That's for your well-being. Kaya vital yung ating choice. Spiritual values independent of the whole sphere of the body and of the environment. This of course is involving your spiritual acts. Okay, so spiritual acts of preferring loving and hating. And of course, the highest of among all these values is the values of the holy, which can appear only in regard to objects intentionally given as absolute objects. Okay, so these are the different levels of values according to Scheller. The lowest of which is pleasure, and the highest is values of the holy. But we were looking for vital values because our question was talking about the well-being of the individual. Exercises, yoga. So letter B is tumpak for this question. We move on with number 7. In the beginning, the learning goals and learning may be short term, but these can be refined by the following initiatives, but not to include. Letter A, filling learning gaps. Letter B, deepening understanding of the subject matter. Letter C, skimming through lesson topics. Or letter D, resolving inconsistencies in the topics. Okay, what's the choice? For 7. Of course, we would like to welcome our newbies, no? Lahat ng mga newbies natin. Hello po, kaway-kaway. Again, if this is your first time to watch, make sure that you are following our Facebook page, you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. There's so many videos there that can help you prepare for your upcoming LEP. Okay, so balikan niyo po yung lahat. C. Karamihang choice niyo for number 7 is letter C. Now, sabi ng number 7 mo, yung learning goals mo, these of course are your targets, your objectives, and learning may sometimes be short term. That means sometimes hindi nila naaalala, no, paglabas nila ng classroom, nakalimutan na. Pero, pwede mong i-refine ito, pwede mong i-deepen yung knowledge nila, yung learning nila through different activities, no, through doing different tasks, but not to include. We are looking for the choice which is not included. Okay, so not to include. Minsan kasi hindi nyo nakikita yung mga not to include, except, which is not, no? So here, napaka-importante yung terms na not to include. Okay, so which one is not included in some of the things that you can do to deepen the knowledge of your student, to make learning long-term? So that means when you say long-term, kahit gumraduate na sila, kahit na nasa labas sila ng classroom, naaalala nila, and of course, they can apply whatever it is that they have learned from you inside the classroom to real life activities, so to real life situations. Okay, so which one is not included in your deepening? Is it letter A, filling learning gaps? Letter B, deepening understanding of the subject matter? Letter C, skimming through lesson topics? Or letter D, resolving inconsistencies in the topics? And the tumpak na choice here is letter C, no? So nag-skim ka lang. You all know what the meaning of skim is. When you say skimming, you're simply summarizing. Nag-summarize ka, nagmamadali si teacher. Siguro si teacher gusto lang matapos yung libro, no? From cover to cover. And so, minadali ni teacher. Nag-skim lang siya through the lesson topics. Okay, so when you say filling learning gaps and resolving inconsistencies, parehas po yan na deepening, no? So ano ba yung problema? Bakit hindi ito magets ng bata? Ano yung mga hindi nila naintindihan? So babalikan mo yon. I-resolve mo yung mga inconsistencies, yung mga na-misunderstand nila, babalikan mo. And of course, these are all part of deepening the understanding of your students with regard to your subject matter. So yung hindi included will be letter C, no? So nag-skim lang siya. Mabilisan lang yung kanyang pagturo, no? So overview lamang. Okay, let's just take a look at this page. Okay, so in this page, let's just summarize it. Okay, so yan lang. And so, hindi nare-retain ng bata minsan. No? So, short term lang, paglabas ng bata sa classroom, nakalimutan na. Okay, so letter C ang tumpak for 7. Number 8. Which of the following situations can show that a teacher is chill in a tense situation? Letter A, not excited but calm. Letter B, not passive but active. Letter C, not alone but with peers. Or letter D, not revengeful but forgiving. Okay, saan kaya dito ang tumpak na choice for number 8? Number 8, what is your choice? Again, maraming salamat po for all those who've already shared our video. If you still have not shared our video, liked or loved our video, paki-like, love, and share po ng ating video. Okay, I see a lot of A's. May ilang B at D. Okay, ano kaya yung choice? Now, sabi dito na number 8 mo, medyo feeling mo complicated, no, yung inyong choices. But actually, it's very simple, no? Simple lamang yung choices natin, padadaliin natin. Number 8, sabi dito, which of the following situations can show that the teacher is chill? Okay, you all know the meaning of chill. Relax lang yung teacher. Now, looking at the different choices that you have, they might seem complicated, especially since meron pa siyang first part, no? Not but, not but. So what you can do here is neglect mo itong first part, no? Tingnan mo na lamang yung last part na lamang para hindi na makagulo sa inyong isip, no? So, nahanap natin yung chill lamang siya, relax lamang siya. Sabi ng letter A, calm. Okay, so kalmado ba ang guro? Active ang guro. With peers ang guro, kasama niya yung kanyang co-teachers, for example. Forgiving ang guro. Okay? So yung hinahanap lamang natin ay isang sitwasyon kung saan chill or relaxed ang guro. And of course, the nearest synonym of the term chill here would be kalma. Okay? So kalmado ang guro. Letter A, calm, is the correct choice. Okay? So letter A ang ating tumpak na choice for number 8. Okay, number 9. These are the ways successful learners can add new information with old knowledge in a meaningful way, but not to include. And yan na naman yung inyong but not to include. Letter A, modify old knowledge. Letter B, reorganize new knowledge or values. Letter C, add and integrate new information. Or letter D, store new information and values. Okay, number 9. What's your choice? Again, we are still looking for not to include, no? Yung hindi included, your exemption. Mukhang marami na namang ligwakers. Pag naligwak, move on lang kaagad, no? Okay lang, hindi pa naman to actual let. Okay, at least sa let, alam nyo na kung ano yung magiging choice. Usually yung ating Prof Ed, it's situational, and ang ating Prof Ed usually common sense, and it would entail you to comprehend what you are reading, no? So reading comprehension. Dapat naiintindihan mo kung ano inyong binasa. Minsan kasi ang haba ng stem, no, ng inyong question, pagdating sa choices, nakalimutan mo na ano nga ba yung question, ano ba yung hinahanap, no? Minsan hindi mo pa naintindihan kung anong hinahanap, no? Kasi masyado maraming words, ang hirap ng intindihin. And so we have to find hints, we have to find clues, no? You have to find a way for you to understand the question fully and easily so that you can answer it correctly. Okay, A, D, B, ano kaya ang tumpak? Mukhang marami na namang ligwakers sa number 9. Okay, sabi ng question number 9 mo, these are the ways successful learners can add new information. Okay, can add new information with old knowledge in a meaningful way, but not to include. So that means, pwede kang mag-add ng new information sa new knowledge. Dapat yung choices mo na tama dito, would show how new information is integrated with the old knowledge. No? So we are looking for the choice that does not show this. Okay, so letter A, modify old knowledge. Okay, so when you modify your old knowledge, you change your old knowledge. Maaring ito yung paniniwala mo dati, pero dahil meron kang na-learn na bago, okay, you have new information, you modify that old knowledge. Letter B, reorganize new knowledge or values. You reorganize them. Okay, na-add mo siya sa inyong schema, yung schema ni Pichet, and you try to arrange them. Letter C, add and integrate new information. If there's something that you learn, something new that you've learned, then you add that to your schema. No, you add that to your old information. You add some new information to that. Ang sabi naman ng letter D, store new information and values. Now, ang tumpak na choice dito would be letter D, store new information and values. Walang connection, yung letter D mo does not show a connection between the new and the old. Okay, so wala siyang pinakitang connection between new information and old information. It simply is talking about storing new information and new values. And so ito yung ating hinahanap. Okay? Sa letter A kasi, minodify mo yung old knowledge mo. Of course, you can modify that when you learn something new. It's similar with your letter C, no? You add and you integrate your new information. And letter B mo, ganun din, no? You reorganize. Hindi mo naman marireorganize kung hindi mo ginamit yung old knowledge mo or old values mo. Because when you say reorganize, you are rearranging the different things that you've learned. Okay, so letter D ang tumpak na choice. Okay, so storing lamang siya, no? Storing new information. Wala pa siyang older information, wala pa siyang old information na dinagdag. Okay, so these are all just about, or letter D is just all about storing new information. Okay, so ligwak, move on. Letter D is tumpak for number 9. Number 10. What is an encouraging teacher non-verbal behavior that can be used in class? Letter A, facial expression that is condescending. Letter B, slouching on chair. Letter C, avoiding eye contact. Or letter D, patting student on the back. Okay, which one do you think is tumpak for number 10? Number 10, ICDs. May ilang letter A. Okay, karamihang choice niyo is letter D. May ilang letter A. Hinahanap natin dito sa number 10 is non-verbal. Hindi ka nagsasalita, no? As a teacher, you're not talking, but it is something that is encouraging. Your action is encouraging. Okay, so that means it would help your student do the task. It encourages your student. Okay, so alin dito yung encouraging? Facial expression that is condescending. Letter B, slouching on chair. Letter C, avoiding eye contact. Or letter D, patting student on the back. No? Again, hinahanap natin encouraging teacher, non-verbal behavior. And of course, ang tumpak na choice mo dito would be patting the student on the back. Okay, so usually we do this when you go around and you see that your student is doing the task, no? Your student is on task, hindi siya gumagamit ng YouTube, for example, hindi siya nakikichismis sa kanyang katabi, the student is really on task, then you may pat the student. And usually, patting the student on the back would mean good job, di ba? Good job, great job, okay? Very good, good job, great job. Now, bakit hindi letter A, no? Maaari kasing hindi nyo naintindihan yung term na condescending. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng term na condescending? Sabi kasi na letter A, facial expression that is condescending. When you say condescending, mapagmataas ka and you are trying to miscalculate or you are trying to, ang tawag dyan, yung parang, dini-discourage mo yung isang bata or hindi ka bilib sa isang tao, no? Hindi ka bilib. Feeling mo mas mataas ka kesa sa taong ito, mas mataas ka as a teacher kesa sa estudyanteng ito, no? So that's the meaning of the term condescending. Hindi po positive yung term na condescending, no? It has a negative connotation. So negative po siya. When you say condescending, you think that person, you are underestimating that person, no? Yan yung term. You are underestimating that person. You think you know better than this person. So you cannot choose letter A, no? You're intimidating, tama yan. You are underestimating that person. Slouching on the chair, of course, hindi din natin pwedeng gawin yon. It's not something that's encouraging. Avoiding eye contact, hindi din. As a teacher, dapat you should establish eye contact. So letter D, ang ating tumpak na choice. Okay, so patting student on the back. Kahit kayo, di ba? Gustong-gusto nyo na, oh, good job, good job. Kung walang nagpapat sa inyong back, no, ikaw na mismo, good job self, di ba? Minsan nakikita ko yung inyong comment dito, good job self. Okay, good job. Nice try self. No? So just pat yourself on your back. Okay, so letter D, patting student on the back is tumpak for number 10. Okay, number 11. How do you judge the teaching style of a teacher who is fussy, teaching things over and over, and is concerned with functional order and structure? Is it letter A, entertainer type, letter B, compulsive type, letter C, quiet one type, or letter D, secular type? Okay, which one do you think is tumpak for number 11?